In today's video, we're reliving my epic climb to victory in a challenger lobby using the unique and powerful comp featuring Ezreal and Zed. Get ready for a round-by-round breakdown of strategy, itemization, and key decision-making that led to the win. Before diving into the gameplay, let's take a look at the comp's final board. Here, our core units will be Ezreal alongside Zed, while other units can be flexible based on the situation. Headliner selection plays a vital role in this comp, which we'll discuss later in the video. Now, let's jump into the gameplay. The game started off with the Wandering Trainer's portal providing us with a big shot, rapid fire, and heartsteel emblems. In the early game, I focused on playing units that complemented the emblems I received. I picked Build Treasures as my first augment, which provided me with a couple of items. During the early game, I prioritized activating as many synergies as possible and equipped tank items up front, leading to an early winning streak. I didn't have many choices to pick from the carousel as I was on top. Subsequently, I moved to level 5 and strengthened my board further. After a steady early game, I swapped my early headliner with a big shot Kaisa headliner, transitioning to a 4 big shot comp early on. For my second augment, I chose Unified Resistance, which bolstered our defense due to having more backline units with a lack of front lines. I quickly moved to level 6 to activate the Heartsteel synergy, continuing with our winning streak. Despite unfavorable carousels, I maintained my lead. One of our opponents was already playing with 6 Heartsteel units, posing a threat if they managed to cash out. With a strong 10-win streak, I moved to level 7. An early Kayn appeared in the shop, further strengthening our board. For the third augment, I chose Martyr. At round 4-2, I moved to level 8 and sold my headliner in search of either Ezreal or Zed. Our board changes at level 8, until which we have to play with what we get. Here, we have a few headliner possibilities and flexible boards to play. Zed with EDM headliner would be our ideal choice, allowing us to play with 5 EDM synergy as active. Crowd Diver Zed headliner also works, which further increases bonus damage for Zed. Similarly, if we get a big shot headliner Ezreal, we can play along that AD line, having solid defense up front. A Heartsteel Ezreal headliner can also be played, activating 5 or 7 Heartsteels paired up with 3 EDM units. When we move to level 9, the 9th unit that we add will be based on the headliner that we choose, like Kiana, in case of Crowd Diver, or a Jhin, in case of a big shot headliner. Now, coming back to this game, I was trying to get my ideal headliner choices, but I haven't got them yet. Thus, I played with 5 Heartsteel synergy and planned to go on a losing streak for a few rounds. Once again, at the carousel, I was left to take what was available. With a series of losses, I managed to get a decent cash out, granting me over 20 gold and an item to choose. As I already had my AD items ready for Ezreal, I went with a tank item. With Ezreal and Zed still eluding me, I fortunately kept getting more 5-cost units. Thus, I moved to level 9, increasing the possibility of getting a 4-cost headliner, where even a 5-cost headliner was still possible. Finally, the first Ezreal came from the shop. After 7 straight losses and HP down to 22, I acquired the Zed with EDM headliner. I quickly swapped my board just to ensure that I didn't lose more HP when losing. In the next carousel, I picked a Hand of Justice to complete the items for Zed. Regarding items, the best in-slot items for Zed are Deathblade, Edge of Night, Infinity Edge, Giant Slayer, Bloodthirster, or a Hand of Justice. Similarly, for Ezreal, we can go with ideal options like a blue buff with a red buff and Edge of Night, or a Last Whisper paired with Hand of Justice and a red buff. Any tank items like Dragon's Claw, Gargoyle Stoneplate, Bramble Vest, or a Redemption, along with Even Shroud, will be good for this comp. Returning to the game, during the Heartsteel cash out, I gained a +1 slot with some gold. By playing a couple of 5-cost units like Lucian and Yorick, along with strategic positioning utilizing my second augment, I started winning back. In the meantime, my Ezreal also reached 2 stars, and by adding a Lux, I activated the 4 EDM synergy. While playing with active EDM synergy, make sure to use the EDM selector on Zed. Witness the combination of Zed and Ezreal running through opponent units. dealing great damage. After a steady play, we reached the top 4. I positioned my units to counter Akali's sniping by making it stuck with the tentacles. Look at the damage being dealt by our Zed and Ezreal, and with this deadly combination, I clinched the victory. This comp is currently played by various players in the Challenger lobby, truly a unique and flexible comp. That brings us to the end of this video. I hope you've learned something new. Do try it out and let us know in the comments. For more gameplay analysis and Challenger content, subscribe to our channel, Item Swap.